Now that's old timey.
Hello, Acorns, and welcome back to Old Timey Tuesday. I'm really excited to have Maria, my cousin, back with me. It's uh, something that so many Acorns have requested, and your video last time is one of the most popular videos that I've ever had on my channel, on our channel, I should say. Tipper started this channel. But in about 2 weeks' time, and I should have looked at it before we started recording this, but in about 2 weeks' time, it got 23,000 views. And you just did such a great job on that
Thank you.
song. It's a great song, and you really nailed it. And you can, I don't know if you've looked at the comments, but you should go look at the comments because people just enjoyed your singing on it so much. And I was telling Maria after that, texting her actually, and told her that when she retires, she needs to just start her own YouTube channel. So
Well, I don't know about that.
I do. So if that happens, I'll be sure to let y'all know, and y'all can all go subscribe to her channel and hear her much more often. But you want to tell them what we're going to do today, the song we're going to try to do?
Yeah, so the song we're doing today is one of my favorite songs. It's called I'd Rather Have Jesus. I guess I heard it first when I was a teenager, I think, and it's just always stuck with me as one of those songs that you just can't forget. Not only do I love the lyrics are beautiful, but I also love the melody of the song. And it's just one of my favorites. And I don't know how many times I've sung it, but I just continue to sing it, and hopefully get a little bit better each time maybe that I do sing it.
Well, probably the very first time you ever sang it was probably really good. Like I said last time, Maria's a real pro singer. But I've always liked this song too. I've never sung it actually, other than me and you practicing it for this video. But Pap used to sing it, and I think it's one of those songs that's so simple and just so pure. Everything about it, kind of the marriage of the lyrics and the melody, it just has that ring of sincerity. And if you're a born again Christian, you just not only immediately identify with the words, but even sort of the feeling that the song imparts. And I should have also kind of researched more about the song before we started shooting here, but some part of my brain is telling me that George Beverly Shae may have been one of the first folks to kind of sing it, as he toured around with Billy Graham doing all those crusades. And then possibly the Gaithers. The Gaithers, they've done so much. It's highly unlikely that they didn't do this song. But then you were talking about when you were a teenager, that would have probably been the Cox family.
Yes, it was the Cox family where I first heard this song.
And Alison Krauss. And so what they did for the song, I feel like, is made it more well-known and more popular among kind of the bluegrass acoustic music world, as opposed to more the Southern gospel or the more Christian music, of like a George Beverly Shae or somebody like that. And Maria and I were talking about how it's interesting that so many people, when they hear that recording, and it is such a great recording, we're going to do it actually in the same key that they did it. We're going to do it a little faster than they did it. But most people, I believe, think that that was Alison Krauss singing that song. And it's just a solo, at least the recording. Now, they performed it live. She and the Cox family, and I think then they had harmony with it, and I'm going to try to sing a little harmony with Maria here. But anyway, that was actually on the recording. That was not Alison Krauss. It was Suzanne Cox of the Cox family. And Suzanne was the mandolin player, and I guess you would probably say kind of the main lead singer. And you may be thinking, well, Paul, I don't believe you. You're crazy. That was that was Alison Krauss. Well, I wouldn't blame you a bit because it sounds so much like Alison Krauss. And there's good reason for that because Alison is a little bit younger. And I heard her say in an interview that the Cox family was her favorite band of all time when she was in her kind of early teens and starting to go out and perform when she was, between 14 and 16. And so it's very clear that Suzanne Cox was Alison Krauss' main influence as far as her vocal. It's kind of real comparable to like Lefty Frizzell and Merle Haggard. When you hear Merle Haggard, you're hearing him do the style that was developed by Lefty Frizzell. So anyway, go check that out, and I'll put a link in the description below so that you can hear their recording of it. And you can also hear Alison sing it, out live, and they sound remarkably alike. But enough talking. I know y'all are anxious to hear Maria sing, and so we're going to give this a shot here.
I'd rather have Jesus than silver or gold. I'd rather be His than have riches untold. I'd rather have Jesus than houses or lands. I'd rather be led by His nail-scarred hand than to be a king of a vast domain, or be held in sin's dress way. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today. He's fairer than lilies of rarest bloom. He's sweeter than honey from out of the comb. He's all that my hungry spirit needs. I'd rather have Jesus and let Him lead than to be a king of a vast domain, or be held in sin's dress way. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today. I'd rather have Jesus than men's applause. I'd rather be faithful to His dear cause. I'd rather have Jesus than worldwide fame. I'd rather be true to His holy name than to be a king of a vast domain, or be held in sin's dress way. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today. I'd rather have Jesus than anything this world affords today.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll have another song with Maria, Lord willing, next week for Old Timey Tuesday. So thanks for watching.